When I was young and lost, you showed up and had my doors unlocked. Like threads, petals unfold. 이랬가와 안아내시고 You have shown me that I am still capable of caring for someone else, that I still bear the same innocence inside. 'Cause now I know that pain cannot define the past. We are built to overcome in this mishaps. You know
Populous, the beginning.
Hello everyone. I liked that intro when I first made it, and now I'm a bit like, oh, I've heard it so many times. I'd like to hear something else. I did not bring with me the world's loudest shirt today, so that's been cast aside. We're in a download shirt today, because specifically the download that I was in previous week. But once again, we are here with the Summer Team Draft Tournament. And for those of you who didn't join us yesterday, perhaps this is your first VOD or perhaps your first stream. Let's go on over to the rules, and everyone will be delighted to see I've got the chat working. And as I said in the tournament discussion chat, I did absolutely nothing between it not working yesterday and working today, except turn it off and on again. So there we go. We've got chat working. Tanda, thank you for subscribing at tier 1. I don't have alerts on this because I'm trying to be professional. Arguably shouldn't be doing the sort of middle ground where I acknowledge them without the alerts. And I will also thank Marcus and Babbo for subscribing and Demon Chegg for the follow. A lot of kind people coming out to support this tournament. Really means a lot. Loving. It's cutting again. Annoying. Yeah, don't worry. Things have gone black. I'm fixing stuff. Filter. Let's delete this. And then play with this. Okay. I might have overdone it. Hi, I'm back. I can't go to the other scene because if I go to the other scene, well, it just breaks. If that is any better, do let me know. If it is not, I'm out of ideas. But anyway, for those of you who missed us yesterday, this is the tournament, and the tournament explained is we have the Populous at the beginning Summer Team Draft Tournament. The captains drafted up a selection of signed up players. They assigned their teams to maps without knowing the assignments of the other team. All players had to be used before players could be reused, but not restricted chronologically, so everyone could go 2-2-2, etc. All maps will be played regardless, so we're giving you a minimum of 8 games. Matchups have been kept secret until the tournament starts as well, which was yesterday, but we are only revealing the specific matchups on the day, so people still don't know who they're facing today. If you haven't seen it yesterday, this is how the drafts went. Our team captains are Loot Hill and Ice. Loot Hill picked himself up Mr. Cooper, Babbo, Mammoth, Bianca, Dugs, Facundo, and Svarog. And I've got to be honest, as good as the pressure point game was, you very rarely ever see an Armageddon finish. Facundo and Svarog surprised me on CES. I found myself really cheering for them. If you're not in the community and you're not in the know, these two players are, well, Facundo is sort of mid-ranked, but Svarog is quite a low-ranked player. And they were against, I believe they were against Ice and Demon Chegg, who are both Fire Warrior and Shaman ranked players. So to come out as severe underdogs and give us that first sort of exciting 8 minutes of the game, I was really impressed with that. If we go on over to Team Hybrid Theory, it's all business here. We've got Ice T, the captain. He picked himself up Marcus, Demon Chegg, Tundar, X-Lord Death, Rallymer, and Mr. Tank. and they've also picked up a bonus player today. As per the rules, I accepted a late sign up in Keith 52 as I take a last minute urgent filler, and that has been activated today. Still cutting. Well, then I have absolutely no ways to fix it. Very intermittent. I've got the impression it might be NVIDIA Broadcast, but the problem is I rely on NVIDIA Broadcast to take out my keyboard sounds. So it's a little bit like I don't know how to describe it. It's a little bit difficult for me to fix that whilst live. It's understandable, but it's going to be crap on the YouTube video. What was the point of me getting a new microphone? It's crap on the YouTube video. I'm going to do the rest of the intro like this. Oh god, we cannot do the rest of the intro like this because I'm only coming in one ear, aren't I? That's horrible. Okay. Oh, we're going to have to just put up with the clipping, I'm afraid. Right, I do apologise. I don't know how to fix that. It will be something I'm going to have to look at because I've got a few hosting casting duties ahead of me. And if NVIDIA Broadcast cannot do this, I am, as they say, royally screwed. So, what was I saying? Where were we before the debacle? Those are the team compositions. Let's move on to today's matchup. We've got Mr. Cooper and Gods of Destruction Bianca going to be taking on ex-Lord Death and Marcus in the holy matrimony of Four Walls. I'm not a big fan of Four Walls, but it is a popular map. It's a community accepted map, and it's a map you'll see a lot of, so it felt important to include it in the tournament, even though I don't terribly like it. Then we've got our 1 versus 1. This 1 versus 1 was added slightly later in the schedule. It wasn't a surprise add, but it was added later following a past deadline rearrange. And this is going to be Barrow versus Ice. So we've already seen these two players face off in the sense that they were both participants of yesterday's pressure point match. And then lastly, we've got... and you can see the substitution there. I made that sub change in the picture about 10 minutes ago. We've got Babbo, Dugs, and Bianca versus Keith 52, who is our substitute for Tundar tonight, Demon Chegg, and Marcus. So the team were told that Keith 52 will be subbing in at 6:39 my time. I've had just marginally more notice than you've had, but that's about as much that I was able to give them. Where are we following yesterday? Well, let's have a little look, shall we? The chat's sort of covering it. I didn't think that through. But Hybrid Theory, they picked up the win on New Brimnir Palace, whilst the Kushals picked up the win on Pressure Point. So we're all tied up 1-1 at the moment going into this tournament day. And it'll be exciting. I'll have to introduce the players. Someone's DMing me the hut password, and I thought I pinned the hut password, but it has been spammed away. So I'm just going to grab the hut password at the same time, in theory. But let's move on to our players at the same time. First player in this match is going to be Mr. Cooper. Where has the password gone? I've lost it. Mr. Cooper has a very dark player card for some reason. But aside from that, his longest game is 3 hours, 40 minutes and 20 seconds. His average game length is 23 minutes and 6 seconds. He's got a total game time of 3 months, 25 days, 9 hours, 40 minutes and 47 seconds. His recent match history was 9 wins, 11 losses, and his favourite map, as has been so many others, is Pressure Point, the beginning. He's betrayed his allies 64 times, which is not... Everyone was saying yesterday in the stream chat that they were interested to see Cooper's ally betrayal stat, and his is not the highest that we have seen from the players so far. He's killed 68,811 shamans and has killed over 1 million total population. Allying Cooper, representing Gods of Destruction, it is Bianca with a longest game of 2 hours, 14 minutes and 2 seconds. The average game length is 22 minutes, 43 seconds long. The total game time is 7 months, 16 days, 22 hours, 58 minutes, 20 seconds. Recent match history of 6 wins, 14 losses. And there it is, the favourite map from Asgard Worlds 2. It is New Brimnir Palace, which is the map we saw yesterday to open up our tournament. Her ally betrayals are 114, which is the highest that we have seen so far. She's killed 138,000 shamans and killed 1.6 million population. Their opponents, so facing off against Cooper and Bianca. So one of these players yesterday, it is Lord Death, sporting an 8 hour, 13 minute and 29 second longest game. 23 minutes average game length. Total game time of 1 month, 4 days, 11 hours, 27 minutes and 29 seconds. Recent match history of 10 wins, 10 losses. Favourite map, New Brimnir Palace. 6 ally betrayals, 21,000 shamans slain, and 339,000 total population killed. Lastly, allying Lord Death, we've seen him in the chat already. It is Marcus of the Synthetic Immortals. Longest game of 4 hours, 42 and 4 seconds. The average game length 23 minutes again. Total game time 1 month, 12 days, 6 hours, 47 minutes and 14 seconds. Recent match history of 8 wins, 12 losses, and a favourite map of Face Off from the map pack The Beginning. Marcus has betrayed his allies 72 times and has killed 24,000 shamans, as well as 360,000 total population. So that is our players for the evening. It appears that everyone has already slotted themselves in. So all I have to do is select the correct map, because we're currently on 2-on-2, which we're not going to be playing today. We're going to pick the Great Worlds 4 Wars. It's not the most exciting map in the world, but checking the rotation is correct. We do have the correct rotation. Again, because the players insisted that we revert, we don't have access to the iMod. I'm a little bit sad about that. I will refund you that, because I've got the points disabled at the moment, because I don't want them disrupting the flow of the casting. Thank you. Flexing your points. Yeah, sorry, for the cast, I turn off the bot and I turn off the sound redemptions and I turn off the alert box. And this just keeps it a bit more clean. I am sorry about the quality of the microphone. I really did think I had it solved. Was my microphone doing this while I was in Discord? I don't think it was. No. So it must be something to do with me streaming. I might be streaming at too high a bit rate or something stupid like that. I'll lower the bit rate at some point and see if that fixes it. You can tell by the radiant orange upon my face. We are in the lobby. We are just waiting for our players. I'll see you on Four Walls, everybody. I timed it wrong. I did so good with those yesterday. Sorry, everybody. You saw the lobby there a little bit. That one, the text wasn't up very long at all. But what is up, everyone? It is Lovenji Gaming, and after that transition, we are here for Populous. The Beginnings Summer Team Draft Tournament, the first game of our busy Saturday, and I am sweating to all heck because it's super hot, and us in the UK, we don't have the luxury of air conditioning to help us cope. We just sort of sit and cook. It's very uncomfortable. But let's not waste time talking about nonsense. They got to pick their bases because they lost the pressure point game yesterday. Our first player for Hybrid Theory, representing the Synthetic Immortals, it is Lord Death. Players like to change their names. If you're wondering when I hover and a name comes up that doesn't read what I say, it's because they've changed their name. People do it all the time. His ally, also of the Synthetic Immortals, long-standing community member and one of the biggest supporters of this stream. It cannot be understated how helpful he's been in terms of reminding his team to check the timetables and stuff. Big supporter. I mentioned him earlier. We've seen his stat card. It is Marcus. So Marcus is excellent at both of Synthetic Immortals. On the other side here, Red Tribe, we have got... It is, I believe he's currently clanless. It is Mr. Cooper. Allying to Mr. Cooper, representing Gods of Destruction. But I've said her name in at least 3 different clans. It is Bianca. So Bianca Cooper versus Lord Death and Marcus. The map is 4 walls. It's a very straightforward map. You won't see... a lot of variance. I think people will hate me for saying this. I think T-Rod makes this map the most interesting. And that's typically done by what you have here is he will push. You'll see maybe an earthquake here, just one to sort of put pressure here. Then you'll see an almost instantaneous side door. It's 2 land bridges to get over here and attack here. And then following on from that, you'll see a back door as well. But remember, the back doors for this base, they go to the opposite player. So, for example, green is typically thinking of yellow as their opponent, but the back door from green connects to red. If players do not do that, you will see a lot of earthquake spam in the center position, and you'll see a lot more of a Spinifex style of play where you drown your opponent under your mana and just good shaman skill. I think most players do at least the side door. A gamble because it can be hard to hold off. Other key features, you'll often see land bridges from the core to the center. This allows the shaman to reinforce faster because at the moment she's got this long path she has to walk around. And that land bridge just helps her connect a little bit faster. also allows her to build towers to watch her base better. Very forward tower here for X-Lord Death, but unfortunately, the power of the high ground, it's over Anakin. This Fire Warrior will not become a Sith Lord. He's just likely to die. Although, nice early Earthquake for X-Lord Death here. Fire Warriors being forced to withdraw. It's a good thing you see players do. It's often a sign of a higher quality player, is instead of allowing those Fire Warriors to just die, withdrawing them keeps them alive so you don't have to train new ones, and now they can be put in the towers again. Goes that tower. Damaged at the very least. Nice tower at the back of the base, allowing player to build out the back faster. We can see there's clearly a game plan here in letting X-Lord do the bulk of the building. Bianca comes forward. She somehow survives. Throws out an Earthquake. Not the best in the world. She would have liked it to go this way so it catches this tower and maybe this one as well. But it's, you know, these are what I would consider standard 4 walls Earthquakes. Nothing out of the ordinary here. I would say that all players are currently playing this map in a standard fashion at this moment. Constantly coming down for Cooper here as he pushes forward. Earthquake onto the front line hut. I like the placement. This could be good if it cuts the right way, and it certainly does. Marcus pushing in on Bianca here. Gets his Earthquake off and is even blasted to safety. We're seeing a lot of frontline Earthquakes here. Oh, Bianca does survive. Thought she was going for a swim, but no, she's not casting. She's not casting. Oh, no. If you're wondering what happens there, well, she might have run out of blasts, but typically it's 2 blasts to save yourself from an Earthquake. But if you cast the first one a little bit too early, the third is also necessary, and she certainly didn't save herself with the third there. So now Cooper's going to be under a little bit of pressure here as Marcus walks in and fires off the second Earthquake, and it's nice and deep. Let's see what happens. Okay, yeah, no. Cooper's going to be happy with that. It didn't really do a lot. You know, this hut space has been lost, and that's a bit annoying. But in terms of the potential damage, that's definitely better than not if you're a fan of Cooper. These Ghost armies coming out, they're basically fake Braves. They distract Fire Warriors, and so they're very good for getting in close on towers. But they also push Shamans around. And you can get cheeky water kills if you combine the push with a blast to get a sort of super shot. See, that Earthquake is much more annoying here. Takes out the hut, but has also just flattened all of this ground. It's going to make it very sort of untenable to walk. It also means that if he approaches this hill, which is very contested ground, in fact, X-Lord Death has it under control, save for this Fire Warrior in the tower, he's going to be at a height disadvantage, which you almost certainly don't want. Cooper moving forward here. He catches X-Lord Death walking in a patrol, and the blast is good. Catches the Shaman the second she turns around, so she goes this way instead of that way. I don't know if that was perfectly timed or luck. I'm going to give him the benefit of the doubt and say what a well-timed blast from Cooper there to get the Shaman walking in the correct direction when the blast hit her. You don't know how that works. Shamans go in the direction they are walking when they are blasted. The blast still does its proximity damage to the Shaman. If you cast it at the base of the tornado while she's in there. Marcus is feeling a little bit low health right now. He's having to back away as Cooper throws down the Earthquake on the middle area. A lot of Fire Warriors in these huts. I hope the Kushals are paying attention. Very strong usage of Fire Warrior in hut here. Could potentially make the difference later on. I've seen many Shamans die in crucial attacks because of Fire Warriors hiding where they're not supposed to be. Getting a little bit of blast tricking out of our Shamans here. These are all high-ranked players, so these are all good players who know how to control their Shamans. In theory, Bianca blasted away there. A little bit of a cheeky blast. Cooper doing his best to win this duel. He's doing a good job of it. Bianca gets pressed again. She's going to be seeing stars because it's the second time she's sort of caught a blast without blast tricking. She did have a little bit of a regen in the middle, which is why she survived, but yeah, she's definitely not going to be at full health right now. Cooper now seeing stars. Bianca doing her best to try and get the blast. She does. She gets the kill on Marcus with the assist of Cooper's Fire Warriors there. And it's a double blast onto X-Lord Death. X-Lord Death's Tornado picking up the Shaman. Does get one. Can't argue with that. These Fire Warriors are going to push the Red Shaman now, and she's in danger because she doesn't have full health. And you can already see she's on stars already. Proximity blast to try and kill the Fire Warriors, but that's let the Shaman get in close enough, but no! Good blast trick there to keep the Shaman alive, but then she does die eventually to the Fire Warrior anyway. Earthquake, actually a little bit better for Cooper than X-Lord in the sense that it's lowered this hill. Cooper was very concerned that he might have to contest this hill. And that being flattened out by the Earthquake is makes all this low ground a little bit less annoying. Obviously, if you're Cooper, you would ideally take no Earthquakes. But what can you do? Just pushing forwards here. Tornado taking out one of the towers. Tornado, of course, guarantees destruction on most buildings in one cast, but it does refund the wood. That wood gets picked up and thrown around by the tornado, however, so you do sometimes lose it to the water and such. First, lights are on, and Marcus gets the better of Bianca in that lightning duel. The follow-up lightning from Marcus onto Cooper doesn't get the kill, and it looks like Marcus is going for the side door. Lambridge number 1. He's going to need a second, and he also needs to not die here. Very important that Marcus doesn't die here, otherwise Bianca can complete that herself and then build on it without taking any damage. Oh, nice little combination there. Marcus nudging Cooper forward into the tornado that was taking out a tower. Cooper needs to be charging a light right about now if he wants to survive this 1 versus 2. He dodges that lightning. Lovely. The blast follow-up from X-Lord Death is fast, though. Cooper under a lot of pressure here, and if he dies, he's set to take a lot of damage. You see the way X-Lord Death is posturing here? He's saying, I've got the mana to side you, and I'm going to. He's also got warriors in order to distract the towers as well, which means you're more likely to take deeper damage. So comes out for Bianca to try and empty out that tower at the same time. Cooper throwing out Tornado to try and get Riley. Riley with the Lambridge save on his own Shaman. So Cooper actually dead here, and Bianca's dead as well. So the Kushals have actually both died in this Shaman duel. Riley looking, I keep doing it, X-Lord Death looking to threaten the side. No, it looks like they're going to swap and go to Bianca. One in the middle, one at the side. Thought X-Lord Death was threatening the side door there. Bianca is saving the Fire Warriors. Earthquake's okay for Bianca. Really hate it if it goes this way. All this really does is keep her base quite difficult to get into, but the second that this is going to hurt. These are all large huts. That's quite a lot of large huts taken out in that second Earthquake. Good attack from Marcus there, absolutely. Putting on a clinic on how to do that side door without losing your Shaman. You see a lot of lesser players, they'll do the side door, they'll walk up to these 2 towers and just die to them. And when I say lesser players, yes, that does include me. So, counter-attack for the Kushals here. What are we seeing? We're seeing a swarm from Cooper, followed by a swarm from Bianca. Ghost Army is going to be distracting some of these towers, but these towers being repaired and intact means that counter-attack is quite difficult. Although, Cooper opens strong with that lightning. Lightning into Earthquake. We'll see what happens. Why did that sink? What on earth is that stupidity? If you ever wonder why people spam Earthquake, it's cheap, it's effective, and it does weird bullshit like that. So the Kushals are attacking the front, but you've got to remember, Bianca's taken base damage. You know, she's lost this hut, she's lost this hut, she's lost this hut. Whereas Marcus is okay to take damage at the front. You know, ideal world you'd have huts all over here as well, but this is where you want that damage taken. You do have to be careful with puddle warnings. This is all extremely low ground, the kind you see in Cess. It's very liable to create a puddle if it's earthquake. Oh! Excellent death attempting the long-range lightning snipe. It looked like he had it, but Cooper changing tile just in time to keep him alive. Throws out a lightning on Excellent Death, though. We saw a little bit of a Shaman stutter from Excellent Death. He might have misclicked or accidentally got a Shaman stuck. And now Excellent Death is wide open. Marcus is here trying to cover. Cooper tries to get the kill, but he doesn't get it, and Bianca goes down to a couple of Fire Warriors. Unfortunate if you're a Team Kushels fan. That felt like a free attack, a little bit bungled. And now they have to endure the counter-attack from Marcus again. Warriors, very good here. They're going to get in amongst the Fire Warriors and take them out. Warriors are introduced in the troop triangle as the counter to Fire Warriors, and they are in most situations. But they do, just by the very nature of how the combat works in Populous, they do struggle to dislodge Fire Warriors that are inside huts. They're not very good against those. Just pushing forward, gets an earthquake onto Bianca's defense. Cooper is alive. He's a little bit between a rock and a hard place, and that is the suboptimal choice. And now he's going to get side-doored by Excellent Death here. It looks like our friends over at Hybrid Theory know what they're going to be doing. The Firestorm is not a good choice as far as I'm concerned. He basically firestormed his own warriors to stop them supporting the Shaman for what was one tower. These two had been emptied by the Swarm. So I think the Firestorm was poor. However, it doesn't matter if you're getting in. Double Earthquake, always good to see. Cooper respawns, but he doesn't get the kill with the lightning. Throws out another lightning, and he still hasn't got the kill. No, he has. It was one of those weird, glitchy, pushy things. See, now all these warriors would have been way more dangerous if they'd just gotten in with the Shaman as opposed to being firestormed by the Shaman. Meanwhile, we've got Bianca earthquaking the front line. She's looking to put on the hurt onto Excellent Death, launch a bit of a counter-attack here. She's going to go for the earthquake on the sideboard defense. There's a lot of towers here, so it does make sense. Oh, and it gets all those Fire Warriors. Oh. Warriors did get into Cooper's base. Cooper gets the revenge kill on to Excellent Death, so he buys himself a little bit of time following the double earthquake as well. He's definitely in a dangerous position, but at least he's answered back. A little bit of damage onto our Cyan player to try and keep himself in the game, but these warriors, they've been ignored. And been ignored for far too long. They're actually going to get a large hut, which is absolutely ridiculous. It does look like Cooper is aware that they are here. Another earthquake from Bianca on the front line. Players definitely in a losing position here, our Team Kushel. Can't believe this. Cannot believe this. This is ridiculous. Just watching Warriors do way more than they ever should. Lightning Duel comes out here, and it's a trade, Marcus, for Cooper. Nope. Just Marcus. Did Bianca die? I think Bianca died. I think I mistook Cooper and Bianca. Excellent Death throws out the double lightning, but Cooper's wide open. Excellent Death can do exactly this. He's going to get Warriors over here. Cooper is busy. He could just go into Cooper's base and deal even more damage to him. And it looks like Cooper acknowledges that. He's going to return home and play a little bit of a defense game. But there's Fire Warriors clicked on his Shaman. He's got to be careful he's not too vulnerable out in the open there. Nice lightning, but doesn't quite find the mark. A lot of warriors waiting to run on in. Them being on the front line does mean that Cooper knows that they're there. But it also means that they're in position. They're in perfect position to get involved as soon as they are needed. I think Marcus doesn't want to be side-doored, everyone. Sorry for the momentary distraction. I was saying 2 flats and it's gone. Don't even need 2 flats, dude. 1 earthquake on this one. Earthquake right here. I'm telling you, it'll just destroy everything. This earthquake's that ridiculous to spare. So a lot of lights. Lights buy you time. And when you're in a losing position on Populous, you do want to buy time. So I'm not saying that the Kushals are doing bad by trading these lights. Cooper is doing bad if he goes and attacks while he's wide open, man. Earthquake on the front line, just trying to strip back a little bit of that defense. They're trying to strip back the defense and replace it with their own effectively. They can fill all of this with towers and solidify their position, then they can recover from the damage and take it. But as it currently stands, this is wide open. You can have all the towers you want in this screen, but the problem is Shamans are versatile, and from this screen, this is a lot less towers. We've got a long side from Bianca, and it looks like Marcus was aware. He's just filling in the puddle so he can answer it a little bit easier. Long side is brave because you're going effectively directly at this, which I'm not sure is the challenge you want to take. So Cooper goes down to X-Lord Death, which means Bianca's coming to try and save. She misses the light though. X-Lord Death is caught in combat. The retaliation light, they trade, but that leaves Marcus free to do what he wants. First earthquake on the front. That's okay for the Kushals. They don't want to be taking earthquakes in the base when there's only 1 Shaman alive. Large amount of warriors going to be running on into Cooper's base. Cooper's Shaman will be alive eventually. But it's about the time and the population that's going to die in that process. Bianca's sending Braves to slow down the Shaman. This is a often overlooked tactic. It's always effective, but in 1.5 it's especially effective. Cooper Shaman is back to deal with the warriors. Lightning from Marcus. I think he's killing fire warriors with it. Warriors. Yeah, he's killing warriors with lights. Throws out an earthquake on the defense. He says this is enough. The yellow Shaman's up. He doesn't want to overreach best count. People need to pay more attention and do this more often. And going, okay, your Shaman's up. I'm not going to chance it. I'm going to back off. So the warriors kill an amount of population, but no huts have died. No huts have died. Earthquake for X-Lord Death front line. Going to strip this defense back, undo all of that progress that the Kushals have been trying to make so far. Hybrid Theory putting on an absolute 4 walls clinic. Look at this lovely tower horizon. Abba giving us a population update that it's 233 versus 298. Imagine that would be in favour of Hybrid Theory. Lightning's traded, and once again Cooper goes down to X-Lord Death. Ghost Army. The Earthquake's not quite deep enough, but I can see the need not to risk. But that lovely lightning, what a masterful lightning from Marcus there to nudge Bianca into the water. And what's going on over here? Earthquake on the defense, that's fine. Double earthquake coming out for Marcus. What does it do? Oh, this defense is getting torn apart, spammed to heck. The next land bridge that connects Marcus up, warriors are going to swell in, and it's going to be impossible to recover. Swinging over there for Cooper onto X-Lord Death. I would say the Kushals have about 1 more attack in them. If they get attacked 1 more time, the game will be unrecoverable for them. It's already looking pretty bad now, if I'm 100% honest, but we live in optimism. We do our best. Never say never. never give up, never surrender, etc., etc., etc. So, X or Death going to be clearing up those warriors. Look at these bases. It's the towers you've got to be careful about. They're currently empty, but it will take not very long for X or Death to fill all these back in. Look at all these towers. Swarm for Bianca. She pushes in on Marcus. Misses the light. The Revenge Light also misses. Now you've got to be careful with these TSI players. They all love their lights because they're all really bloody good at them. And there it is. Marcus hitting Bianca with a lovely light. And look at that firestorm. Players are really aggressive with their firestorms. I think they use them a little bit early sometimes, but it doesn't really matter, does it? Make the population panic. There we go. These are the firestorms you want to see. Bianca spawns into the firestorm and it just immediately re-kills her. Oh, that's a money firestorm. That's a game-winning, game-ending firestorm. Cooper does get one up on X-Lord Death there, finally winning that Shaman duel. But it's this other side that's the danger. Shaman just killing towers with lights just because she can. One less defense, one less firework. If she gets in on that warrior hut, it could be dangerous, but no, she's okay. She goes down. But I can tell you what, Bianca is in a bad position. This is camp forever position. Now, we've got a big attack coming in for Cooper here. It's not big enough. That was both Earthquakes used to do a little bit of damage here, and Cooper's going to die for it, which means the counter-attack is going to hurt as well. It's always nice to be answering back and dealing damage to X-Lord Death. You know, it's better than none, but double Earthquake effectively just did this in damage. Versus, if we go and have a look at the massive hole that's in Bianca's base right now, this damage higher. Bianca going for the back door onto X-Lord Death. Here we go. So this is the kind of play that's either going to make or break the game. Bianca recognizes she's in a bad position. She can't really hold her base, but the problem is she is leaving herself wide open. She's even, in fact, evacuating her population to Cooper. So this is probably a coordinated assault to just make the back door. And here we go. Now X-Lord Death is here, and she needs to watch, and she's not watching. She throws out the firestorm, but needed to watch. X-Lord Death just gets the lightning. And just puts an end to that back door. Now Bianca's going to feel it. Attacked on both sides. Unfortunate. I liked the idea, because if that firestorm destroyed this and those warriors got in here, you could be seeing a lot of damage happening. But unfortunately, it goes the way of most Shaman duels. When it's a game-ending Shaman duel, of course, I lose it. Firestorm for X-Lord Death here. Nice good amount of damage. As we've already sort of said, I don't even think the population is evacuated anymore, so Bianca is just losing her population. She's just losing her base. I think we'll see GG shortly after. Ooh, nice. A little bit of a trick shot there with X-Lord Death's Shaman. Fun to see. I don't think it's going to make a big difference to the state of the game, but it is fun to see. Coming on in here, gets kill on a good chunk of warriors. That's always nice. You know, you don't want to be taking loads of damage to warriors. Marcus was in X or Death's base and gets the kill on Cooper there. So this pincer attack is now just a pincer tickle, which is, you know, it's annoying and can be highly inappropriate, but it's not going to make you require a headstone. X or Death spamming blast there, just keeping his shaman alive. Those of you who don't watch this game all the time, spamming any spell. Animation cancels, so the lava damage that you take is an animation, and you can cancel that animation by casting a spell. Equally, you can save your population by blasting near them, because the stumbling animation that they do makes them forget that they're on fire. So we even had that attack gone amazingly, we even had a partial evacuation for excellent death as well. I don't mind this. I hate it when players evacuate all their population because it's such a big gamble, but a partial evacuation I think is a good idea. Save enough pop that you're not crippled, but keep enough in your base just in case. So Bianca's called GG. X or Death has responded, GG, well played. I have to say, wow. Never run your pop unless your name is Albert Wagner. That is, of course, Spinifex. They are the... If you watched the stream begin, little video, that is Spinifex playing Nisi. Arguably two of our greatest players that we've ever had. I think Spinifex is underrated as to how good he is, because he likes to mess around quite a lot. I would go on record and say Spinifex is probably the best shaman controller Populous has ever had. Because the thing that made Nisi great wasn't ever his shaman controller. Don't get me wrong, his shaman control was good, but the thing that made Nisi great was never shaman control. So yeah, I would go so far as to say Spinifex is probably the best shaman control player we've ever had. Bianca does die, but Cooper responds with a light onto Marcus. Pulls the GG. He's not going to be winning this 1v2. I think he just wants to use his spells, which is all fine, fun, fair, and understandable. Double earthquake from Cooper onto these towers. 1, 2. The second one was fun. But if you ever needed a perfect demonstration, okay, granted this game is over. If you ever needed a perfect demonstration of why I keep reiterating that you're fine being earthquaked on your towers, and why building towers is so important, it's that. Those 2 earthquakes could have been here and done loads of damage in a closer game than this. But because they're here, we'll just... Oh, no. I've lost a lot of wood in towers, but they're just towers. People calling GG, I suspect we'll see him surrender. There it is. So, we have ended game number 1, day 2, on 4 walls. Hybrid Theory defeats the Kushals with X or Death and Marcus, putting on a 4 walls clinic to defeat Bianca and Cooper. I'm back. What did you think of game 1 for the evening then? Did you enjoy it? Did you find it satisfactory? Does anyone have any remarks about the assignments that we've seen so far? So remember, both teams have assigned their players to the maps completely blind to what the other team is doing. So these matchups haven't been hand curated, but they've been sort of willed into existence by a combination of fate and strategy. Does anyone have any shocks? Is anyone surprised by anything? Is anyone disappointed by any of the outcomes so far? Marcus says Wolves was a tough match. Formidable teams on both sides. You put on an absolute clinic. Very modest of you, Marcus. You did very, very well. Marcus, of course, one of the players that we just saw playing in that first game from the Synthetic Immortals, did very, very well for himself. So our next game, it's a bit of an impromptu game. As I said, this wasn't in the original lineup. I added it because someone forgot to read the schedule and told me, not super late, but a little late, that that they needed their match moved, which left a massive gap between the first match that we've just seen and the last match of the evening. So I said both teams could put whatever player they wanted on this 1 versus 1, but I was adding another 1 versus 1 into the pool, which does also, someone pointed out to me yesterday, and I don't know why this didn't occur to me, it does open up the opportunity for the overall score to be a tie. So I have to think about how we do a tiebreaker if that happens. And in fact, I've obviously, those graphics that you've seen, the win-loss graphics, I've obviously had to mark answers, so I've been guessing. You'll know when I get it wrong because you'll see me awkwardly move the W to the other side. But so far, I'm 3 out of 3 guessing the winners. But where are we going now? We're going to Rivalry. Rivalry is a map in Green Hills, in the Green Hills map pack. It is a 1 versus 1 map. It has 2 stone heads that contain magically less swamps. You get 1 swamp each. There's a gargoyle that gives you a free land bridge, and there's a fuck ton of wildmen. So it'll be interesting to see what approach players take to this low wood, high population map. And we'll see if it's interesting. We'll see if it even lasts very long. Neither player is hugely experienced with the map, so we'll see. We'll see what happens. But let's introduce our players all the very same. We've seen them both this tournament. First and foremost, you've seen his stats before, but just to remind you, longest game 5 hours 45 minutes 24 seconds, average game length 24 minutes and 5 seconds, a total game time of 3 months 5 days 11 hours 15 minutes and 20 seconds. Recent match history: 14 wins, 6 losses, and a favourite map, Face Off the beginning. It is Ice T of the Synthetic Immortals, having betrayed his allies 82 times, but killed 51,000 shamans and 788,000 population. In his opponent in the 1 versus 1, he's picked the blue base for this 1 versus 1. It is one of the admins of Clan Overpowered. His longest game is 2 hours 46 minutes 51 seconds. His average game length is 22 minutes. Total game time of 2 months 3 days 23 hours 32 minutes and 49 seconds. A recent match history of 14 wins and 6 losses. Favourite map of Pressure Point the beginning: 63 ally betrayals, 40,000 shaman kills, and 604,000 population killed. It is Babbo. So those are our players, of course. Very interesting to see these two face off, because I don't think I ever have. I've seen them in a lot of team games, but I don't think Ice doesn't play. Excuse me. This is worrying. Oh, I see what's happened. Got to close Populous. Ice doesn't play very many 1v1s. He definitely has. I've seen him play plenty. But he doesn't play as many as some of our other players. This is not the correct map. See, I said 1v1 and just immediately went to the default 1 versus 1 map. Right. Gonna launch. Gonna bathe myself in the orange glow of Radiant lobby games. Okay, it looks like we're ready to go. So I'll see you in Rivalry. Look, we're actually in the game this time. I did it right this time. What is up, everyone? I am Lovenji Gaming, and we are here on our fourth game, I want to say. Fourth game of a 8-match tournament between 2 drafted teams. Playing as the Red Tribe at the Red Base on Rivalry. It is Ice-T of the Synthetic Immortals, but also the team captain of Team Hybrid Theory. His opponent, Yellow Tribe, Blue Base. Representing Clan Overpowered, it is Babbo. So if you're wondering what's going on here, this is going to give our Shamans a free to which Lambridge is turned on, so they don't need it to cast Lambridge. But Lambridge is turned on. But a free cast is always nice. These Stoneheads on the side, they contain Swamp. They only give you 1 charge, but it's 1 charge each, so you can have up to 2 Swamps if you get them both, or counter out your opponent's Swamps.
Sorry,
I'm doing some admin. Just informing them, I forgot to disable the AOD and Hypnol. Do not use rather than making the lobby. A little bit of cheeky convert stealing here for Babbo. Look, he's already building on the other side. Ice, gonna make use of the micro though. You got 3 preachers. You can't build anymore. Temple is disabled on this map, just to point that out. Warrior training her immediately for Ice. This is an interesting choice. This often indicates a rush. If your first training her is Warriors, you're trying to rush, and that's very annoying. I like this from Babbo. He's just using up the wood. He's spamming towers to kill trees. This will also just damage the ground, and it's just taxing the player's capabilities, multiple skills. This is also good from Ice, immediately making use. You remember, the Preachers is not a unit that's often used in multiplayer, so players forget to make use of them or how to use them. They often just rather not play with them than learning how to play with them. But Ice is doing a great job. He's picked himself up a couple of free Braves there. Looks like Babo's trying to do the same, but Ice is moving them away. Ice is just taxing the APM right now, forcing Babo to make actions that are otherwise atypical. So, far more standard opening from Babo. He's got towers, and he's built a Fire Warrior training hut, and he's trained a bunch of Fire Warriors as well. Ice just using a few Braves to tear these towers down. Be interesting to see where players use their first land bridge. So Babo's going here. He's placed the land bridge in such a way that he connects to Ice to attack Ice at the same time as opening up this Stonehead as well. It looks like he's already sending Braves to prey at the Stonehead. So it could be an early swamp going his way just to extend his lead. Ice already running the population, which is wise. The Fire Warriors are a little low though, but that lightning! Ice was going for a Shaman kill. Ice actually just goes straight down to that first blast, takes an Earthquake, but it's not the end of the world. The Earthquake really didn't do much. The population was saved and only one hurt really that damaged. But that was very sneaky by Ice. It was a creature for it. Remember, creatures have enough health that they can survive a blast. Fire Warrior in a tower here. Gonna ask Babo politely to leave, as he's already got Braves moving forwards to try and build some forward towers. This is not the strongest position. It's not awful yet. Ice respawns, moving forward. Babo inside this tower. Ice does need to be careful of that. Ice, of course, coined the phrase famously, lights are on. Meaning that when the first shaman casts the lights, all shamans can now cast lights. And Ice is effectively, with that spell earlier, told Babo, lights are on. Babo may have a light of his own now. These bases, they're so wide open that they're quite difficult to defend. We'll see what Ice does. Babo with the second Earthquake. Ice not quite placing that second blast correctly. But he's doing good. He's keeping himself alive, but he rolls down, but he does kill Babo. Creature does go down. Again, 2 Earthquakes to get 1 hurt. Babo's wasted quite a lot of mana, and now Ice with the Warriors gets to do something about this position that Babo's established for himself. Babo's actually still got a tower here. Ice has his own land bridge, remember. Ice has just sort of been taking punches. He's not used heavy mana. And he's got a land bridge, so he could launch a counterattack that's particularly devastating. If he can get his spells in somewhere meaningful. Because Babo's double Earthquake was kind of shit, let's be real. Oh, I clicked on the minimap. It's a swamp for Babo now. Gotta be careful with that. That does give you an instant win. Swamp's radius. I typed in chat, the players are not allowed to use AOD and Hypno. I was supposed to disable them in the matchmaker lobby, but I'm stupid. So I told them at the start not to use them. Always worth a reminder. The land bridge for Babbo. Self-charge this one. As Ice moves in, takes an earthquake. It's a little bit hard to make things happen here. The bases, they're really wide open. I'm wondering if the play is to be a bit more aggressive with your troop control and try to make things happen that way around. Play it a bit like Dead Sea, just use your first land bridge and immediately trickle the warriors in. Ice makes use of his land bridge, but his shaman's now stuck on the hill. Smart for him to get this, because Babbo's already got one of the swamps. It's smart for him to pick up the other one, because then at least it's even. If Babbo gets 2 swamps, he effectively gets 2 free shaman dual victories. And at this sort of caliber, save for some drastic mistake, 2 free shaman dual victories is enough to do game ending damage. Sent enough population to actually pray at this though. Don't know if he knows this. Babbo's going over. Looks like Babbo's going to stop the prey. Here comes the shaman. It's not that this prey was particularly high risk anyway, because there weren't enough followers worshipping. But the early damage that Ice has taken, what this is going to mean is Babbo can sort of tax Ice and force Ice to chase him effectively. You can see him doing it here. He's pulled Ice all the way to this side, and now he's going to go back down to the bottom with his warriors while Ice is effectively out of position. Because now Ice has to go all the way around here in order to get to this part of his base, which is where Babbo is going to attack next. So warriors coming on in here. Ghost army to make extra fake warriors as well. They're particularly tanky for tower shots. But this backing up of his shaman while he waits for his warriors is giving Ice time to reposition. All this time he's bought himself. Now dangerous. Earthquake on the hill. Nope, not quite on the hill. It's going to sink a couple of small huts. Not the end of the world. It's actually making it quite difficult for Babbo to attack. Whilst Ice's warriors, they're doing good work on the other side. There's the earthquake from Ice. Good kill on the shaman there. He's got to deal with the warriors inside his base, but aside from that, Ice is now free to make another play of his own. He's got warriors on the top side. They've been taking a few tower shots, so they might be softened up. He's got to watch those preachers. So, dealing with preachers, you typically want to send 1 unit at the preacher, not group your units up. And players often do this when they're very ahead and then aggressive. They'll empty their towers and send fire warriors. Babbo finished this tower, by the way. You sort of want to do that. Ooh, putting the preacher in the tower, trying to get the range. Interesting choice. So, what does Babbo do here? Does he trade or does he go back? It looks like Babbo's going to trade, and he's even bringing a preacher with him. It's a good idea. It's particularly dangerous. Ice getting a little bit nervous there, waiting for that swarm to go inside. Large swell of warriors, though, they're going to do good damage to Babbo's base. But it's what is Babbo going to do in exchange? He brings a priest with him, and he's got warriors as well. The priest can make the difference. If they go into a base trade scenario, the priest will be the sort of difference maker. Because the priest will help swing population into Babbo's favour. And that, for example, and that. Oh! What was that? What was that? What was that? What was that? Babo should have died there. The swamp disappeared. It triggered killing him. But the Brave pushed him out of the death animation? Inca! Swamp should have 100% killed him. Oh, clever. He deleted his own swamp. I'm gonna get a freeze frame on that as to whether he deleted it in time. I'm not convinced he did. Looked like the shaman touched it to me. But clever then. Clever micro from Babo to delete his own swamp. That definitely makes sense because it didn't kill 10 people. It killed about 7 here. And then shaman would have been 8. So it would have survived. So Babo with the micro. But he has taken some damage from Ice here. Ice is in his base and being a little bit of a pest. If Ice can take out this warrior training hut, he could stabilize. Does Babo have any priests left? No, Babo has no priests left. Ice still has priests, so this is a good position for Ice, actually. If he destroys this warrior training hut, in fact, he doesn't even necessarily need to do it. He just needs to keep the shaman dead, because his priest can defend against warriors. But unfortunately, that shaman duel does not go Ice's way. Valiant attempt. Still got these warriors over here just being an absolute menace. Every time Babo tries to repair these towers, it's like the warriors are just back. Ice is building a second warrior training hut. He's recognizing, you know, he's experienced, he's a veteran, very good at this game. He recognizes the state that this is going in. He recognizes Babo has no preachers anymore, and he recognizes this is now a troop situation. Second warrior training hut, so you can produce far more. Oh! This is good for Ice. That means there's nothing here to stop preachers. Babo's sent forward a couple of fire warriors, but these fire warriors have the high ground. Where is Ice's other preacher? He does have one. Nope, I'm refunding that as well. Stop trying to use the redeems in the middle of a tournament, you feckers. Where is that priest? Did Ice lose it? This is just doing his best. He's clearing up. He's on Shumara cleanup detail as he tries to kill as many of these yellow warriors as he can before they do too much terrible damage. Problem with this map. Problem I have with this map is that the wood is very lacking, so it's hard to defend a base this wide when you don't have the trees to defend a base this wide. I think if it had more trees for tower spam, it would be a little bit more tenable. Or perhaps that would just make it more annoying. All of you games, thank you so much. The mega push! The mega push! No, he doesn't quite get it. Distance travelled is multiplicative in this game, so if you can combine the push from a fire warrior shot with the push from a brave, it absolutely yeets the shaman, often towards water. Nice lightning from Ice-T there, going to pick up the kill onto Babo's shaman, and it's actually going to open up a path for Ice to attack back again. If there was a player on Hybrid Theory, and there are some great players on Hybrid Theory, I don't want any of the others thinking I don't think they're good. I think Hybrid Theory is wall-to-wall good players, but if there is a player who can pull off a win on an unusual map, it's Ice. Ice is calm. We said this about him yesterday. He's calm, he's collective, and he's methodical. He approaches the game in a way that just shows understanding. So if someone is going to take Babbo down on some weird-ass bullshit map, it is Ice. Large amount of troops here. Shaman's threatening. Babbo's going to fall behind if he doesn't get multiple warrior training huts up fast. Upgrades is also hurting him as well. It looks like his base is bigger, but if you look, Ice has got upgrades. Ice has got large huts. Large huts sprog significantly faster than small huts. Babbo's full of small huts. From Babbo. Oh, there's the preacher. Here he is. Earthquake from Babbo trying to take out one of those warrior training huts. These are valuable targets at the moment. Doesn't get it though. Earthquake doesn't do much of anything, in fact. I like this idea from Babbo's filling in the puddle. The reason he's doing this is so his shaman can switch sides faster. Ice, on the other hand, is going to be moving southwards. Or I guess, yeah, no, this is southwards. Oh, this is Babbo's only fire warrior training hut here. Super vulnerable and exposed. Looks like Babbo's preempted that and made a bunch of land that he can build a new fire warrior training hut on. But this is good strategic play from Ice. He's recognizing the vulnerable points and he's just striking at them. He's forcing Babbo to react. It looked like Babbo was the aggressor and now he's just not anymore. Oh, that lightning from Ice! What a beautiful shot! And now things are dangerous. There are warriors here. This is Shaman is about. She can just clean them up. Babbo does send warriors to stop the prey. This is smart. It looks like he's even going to steal it. It is smart if you can get a if you can get the other swamp as well. That's a 10 population swing in his favor potentially. He's alive and well. Does it look like he's going to say trade me? I can't tell what his shaman's doing. It looks like he wants the trade, but then he changes his mind. Ice comes on in with the earthquake, and it's right on those large huts. Oh, what an earthquake. Oh, and Ice has got a second. I think Ice is going to do it. I think Ice has absolutely decimated Babbo in this map. Just a strong, solid understanding of how things function, and a methodical approach to the game, and patient as well. He endured that battering where a lot of players would just be like, oh my god, fuck this map, GG. Ice has endured it, and he's put on a really good clinic on how to deal with the unfamiliar. Beast is still alive. Somehow survived the local earthquake. Babbo's trying to get stuff done, but I'm not sure it's working out for him too well. Ice in his base. He's on areas in his base. Clutch lightning dual win for Babbo there. Actually manages to not get destroyed in a shaman duel there. Gives him an opportunity to clear up some of these warriors. he needs, but again, he's largely just buying himself time at the moment. Chasing the warriors off, he's trying to get some kills. Important that he does, to thin out the troop numbers a little bit, buy himself a little bit of space, a little bit of breathing room. The most important thing he has to do, though, is not die and watch the shaman. When she respawns, where does she go? Because that tells Babbo where he needs to be. Because he's in danger right now. Lightning onto ice, and he gets it! The back-to-back shaman kill is clutch right now and is exactly what Babbo needs. He needs to not die to these troops. He's in danger. There's a lot of fire warriors. They're approaching from both sides. Shaman is in danger. Can she get into the tower? She can't. She dies. So, back-to-back shaman kill for Babbo still isn't good enough right now. And look at all these warriors. Ice made sure, like a hawk, he hunted down those preachers that were in Babbo's base. And Babbo didn't protect them, so now Babbo's just under constant troop pressure. This is a good idea. If he's building a tower up here, this is a good idea. Because this tower will actually shoot these and be really quite annoying. It looks like Ice is recognizing it. No? No, he's just walking past it. Thought Ice recognized it for a second and was coming to immediately deal with it. A little bit of shaman patrolling. Babbo needs to chase the shaman here. He's in a very bad position. Needs to get the lightning. Doesn't get it. Ice just leaves. Gets the earthquake onto the warrior training her, and it's perfect! Oh! Excellent earthquake from the TSI player there. Ice doing great. Just keeping Babbo under constant pressure, not letting him get the troop production he needs to stop this. Warrior is going to get a large hurt, and that's ridiculous. No, not quite enough. So the Shaman's Dance on the front here. We saw an earthquake from Babbo. Just take this, flatten this all out, but it doesn't destroy anything. These warriors for Babbo hiding down here. Another lightning for Babbo, and he gets it! Good kill. I heard a Preacher being controlled, though. Ice saving the Preacher. In fact, Ice might be sending the Preacher down here. I think Ice is sending the Preacher over here. He is. Oh, Ice is so good. Ice is such a good player. It's unreal. Earthquake for Babbo. Not the best. Oh, Babbo saw it. Babbo saw it. They saw what Cardinal Richelieu was up to. Go away, Bishop of Bath and Wells. Excellent awareness from Babbo. Fantastic play from Ice. Good awareness from Babbo to recognise that that was what was about to happen. Dangerous Shaman duel here. Babbo forced to deal with the Fire Warriors means he's easy pickings for a lightning from Ice. Sending his warriors somewhere. I don't really know where. Oh, he's putting them inside huts. So Babbo's trying to hide his warriors so that the Preacher doesn't find them. I can't believe this 1v1 is actually lasting. Babbo looked at the map earlier while we were playing League of Legends, and he went, "This is a rush map." I thought, great, this map's going to last 5 minutes and I'm going to be really annoyed. But no, this map has gone the distance. And I've got to be honest, of the two players here, I'm really impressed with how Ice is playing. We're seeing Babo's sort of trademark aggression, but Ice just took it on the chin. He just ate everything that Babo threw at him early and has struck back and made this a really interesting game. And, you know, not every player, not even every high-ranked player can do that. So, really impressed with how Ice is playing this, especially for a map he does not know as well. This isn't Yggdrasil, this isn't a map they played thousands of times. This is fucking rivalry on Green Hills. Nice lightning from Ice there. Gonna get the kill onto Babo, but the earthquake, you gotta watch it because this land becomes water. That low elevation land once again. Warriors taking out towers, pushing back that defense. It's gonna let Ice push his own forward. Combine that with Babo's Shaman being dead, and we've got an earthquake onto the Fire Warrior training hut, and I think that's the only one Babo has. Ooh. Not good lava, but look at this lowering. Really easy to get into Babo's base now. Earthquake on a small cluster of huts here. See what happens to them. Eating against the guard tower. What is that? Oh, beautiful. It's the earthquakes you want to see. You're a nice TTSI fan. Which I think Ice is doing a great job of making plenty of fans with this gameplay. It's doing fantastic. Cardinal Richelieu has moved over here. Look. Here's the Babo's expanding. He's making land for himself. He's just trying to not get outgrown. Because at the moment, Ice is doing damage to him. Taking out his troop training huts. And Babo's being forced to have to adjust. Looks like we're going to see a base trade here. Which is fine, so long as Babo doesn't fuck this up. Babo, very known for just dying in really silly ways. And look at all these fire warriors that are coming. Oh, one earthquake, not the best. Does try to get the kill onto Ice, but doesn't find it. Ice takes a bit of damage, and now Ice gets to answer back with the counter-attack as well. Fire Warrior training hut going straight up for Babo. You've got to be careful. The wood on this map is not fantastic. It is manageable, but it's not, you know, spam your towers massive like you would want. Looks like Ice is gonna replicate. Went ahead, get more ahead. Just build a bunch of extra huts. Keep his population nice and high. I wonder if I'm overestimating Ice's position, actually. Looking at the bases now, I might be overestimating the strength of Ice. From a position perspective, he's not overestimating his skill. I think the game is a lot closer than I've been giving it credit for, to which I will apologise. Fire Warrior in a tower here. It would be nice to see a couple more of these, but again, that requires wood. Babo's been building so much, I'd like to see a land bridge to connect to this as well. Get these extra trees, maybe build some towers on here as well, and just really solidify a position, because at the moment he's sort of wide open everywhere. Ice is currently expanding. Both of our players are going to be making full use of the fact that 1.5's population is uncapped and a bit ridiculous in that regard. Earthquake from Babo. How long have we been in this match for? We've been in this match for 30 minutes. So Babo said this was a rush map, and we've been here for 30 minutes. So opposite of a rush map, I think. Inca, I've been pushing for years that the default should be 200, and because uncapped is the gimmick, Uncapped is the gimmick. The default should be 200, with the option to make it uncapped if you want to mess around. Those of you on the VOD who can't see the chat, that was Inca Warrior, provider of the service we use to host these tournaments, saying I could set the pop cap, and he's not wrong. Tundar coming into chat with the populations update. Baba's on 128, Ice 102, so yeah, it is much closer than I was giving it credit for. I was too busy enjoying Ice-T's play to actually look at the map, and for that I do humbly apologise. There's a level of professionalism I'm supposed to provide, impartialism I'm supposed to provide, and I was failing there, so I do apologise. But that is close. 128 to 102 is close. It can swing on an attack, especially because Ice hasn't used his mana in a while. So he's going to be sat on some spells. Nice pushing on in here. Throws out an Earthquake onto a couple of large hats. Good idea. Other Earthquake goes in on the Fire Warrior Training Hat. Babbit does have a spare now, so this isn't as devastating as the last time. Getting those towers, though, that's pretty damn good. What sort of trades are we seeing here? Warriors coming on in. Oh, I really thought Ice had that then. That was masterful. Timing the light to the Fire Warrior being knocked out. I really thought that that was going to be a dead Babbo. I think Babbo thought he was going to be a dead Babbo for a second there as well. Nice. Champion Brave kills the Warrior there. Warrior kills, a healthy Warrior kills 5 Braves. It takes 6 Braves to beat a healthy Warrior. Unless they get the best push ever, then a Warrior can beat 0 Braves. Good little catch from Babbo there. He's building towers as well. Good, trying to just push this defense up. I like this from Ice. This tower here just denying this hill. Ooh, slight misplace from Ice there. I think he clicked here. So lightning hit this tile. These Warriors charging on in. Ice has still got the Preacher. Cardinal Richelieu over there, having a good time. Warriors, they're just going to get straight in. There are fireworks and huts, and I did explain at the start of the stream the power, Fire Warriors and huts. Tundar with another population update saying Babbo's got 160 to Ice's 117, so that Babbo's growth being slightly more active on the expanding has paid off for him. Babbo gets a Firestorm off, it's good, and an Earthquake, but Ice does get the kill, so Ice is going to have an opportunity to launch a counterattack here. Warriors have already paved the way for Ice. You know, Warriors have already got in here and done a little bit. So we'll see what Ice's Shaman can get done. It's all fine and dandy getting that attack off, but if the Shaman hits you back harder... Look at those spells coming out. Clinically selecting the right spells. Double Earthquake thrown down from Ice. I think he's going to die there. No, he's still alive! No! No! I think what happened there is I think Ice thought he was dead, realised he wasn't, but just a second too late. The warrior gets the push. Shaman goes down, but look at that damage. Look at the hole that has been created in Babo's base. Nice dense area. Problem now. We're going to get a lot of this. A lot of warriors just trickling on in. It looks like Ice is in a position to deal with it. He's got fire warriors and huts. He's got warriors in position. Oh, it looks like Babo's moved in for attack as well. Got there a little bit faster than I was expecting. Random shakes from the earthquake actually taking this hut down as well. I'm absolutely devastated that Ice didn't win this game. I think Babo's starting to run away with it. It's not unrecoverable, but it's definitely painful right now. And I think Ice finally lost the Preacher. So there's no more. There's no more. Where is Cardinal Richelieu? We played. Turned out with a very helpful update. So Babo's attack before those two attacks that we just watched. Babo was at 160 and Ice was at 117. After those two, Babo's at 122 and Ice is only at 102. So Ice lost 15 pop, whereas Babo lost 38. So we're talking about that difference in damage. It's quite noticeable. Lightning's from Babo. Going to pave the way for his Shaman as he throws up an earthquake and then dies. I mean, it's fine. It's just pushing Ice back. It's keeping Ice contained. A lot of huts over here being rebuilt, but Ice is already on it. He's already got his Shaman over there. He's already been trooping it out with the warriors. This guy's having the time of his life. Babo's picked up the other swamp. This could be huge. So Babo, after much fighting, Babo does get control of the second swamp. And that is going to give him a free kill on a Shaman if they get close. Or he can just murder a group of Fire Warriors clicked on his Shaman. A lot of versatility in the swamp spell. One of the reasons why it's not played on, because it's very strong. Oh, what a shot from Ice-T. That's an Ice click, if ever I've seen one. You think you get him, he just a little short hop forward and absolutely massacres your Shaman. You're like, great, undone everything. Let's check in on the party Fire Warrior. Yeah, he's still having a great time. What's Ice doing? Ice is expanding. So if you're not that experienced with Populous and you are wondering what's going on here, I believe Ice thinks or recognizes he's behind, and so what Ice is doing is he's playing carefully. By playing carefully, he's just defending. He's trying to make sure that he can outgrow the rate at which he's taking damage. and there are a few important things to do with that. To do that, the first thing you have to do is constantly be training troops, because troops kill way more population than people give it credit for, just because it's not flashy like the shaman spells. So Ice needs to be constantly training troops. He needs to constantly be rebuilding his defenses so that Babbo has to clear them again. He needs to be watching both Babbo's troop and shaman movements, and perhaps most importantly of all, he has to kill the shamans. The making land is just making sure he can keep building, because he doesn't want Babbo to get so big compared to him that the game is just completely unwinnable. Because right now this is still very winnable for Ice. It's difficult, and it's probably a game he's not that thrilled about being in right now, but it's winnable. Earthquake from Babbo here. There's the hill. Make it hot. Shake it hot. Good lightnings from Babbo. Oh, there it is. That's what we warned you about. That's the fuck you swamp. Knock the shaman forward, throw out the swamp. But that's it. There's no more swamps in the game. There's no more surprises. So Babbo has to make it undefendable from here on out, because he doesn't get to do that again. Proximity blasts there, threatening all the firewars. The firewars have been clicked on the shaman. They're doing whatever they can just to try and kill her, but the elevation difference and the amount of mana that Babbo has available to him, he can just spam blast, and as you see, full shamans. Ice calls GG. That is it. But wow, I really thought Ice was going to win that game for the longest time. I really thought Ice was going to win that game. Excellently played to both players, and you'll see on the post-game screen what my prediction was once again. shoot, I was typing. Sorry, I didn't have my headphones on. Too busy typing. Did a little bit of administration there. But welcome back, everyone. I hope you recovered from that fantastic game. I certainly loved it. Hi, Rallymer. Welcome in, Rallymer. That might be my favourite game of the tournament. It's going to be very difficult to top that. That map was ridiculous, and neither player had seen it, and I really thought Ice was going to lose in the first 5 minutes, and then I spent 20 minutes thinking Ice was going to win. So, absolutely fantastic game for a random ass map that probably shouldn't have even been in the map pool. It's weird when that happens. But anyway, as you can see from our lineup, we are on to our final game of the evening. Once we make this happen, you're all free to do bigger and better things and have a grand old time. We have got, as our final matchup of the day, we've got Babbo, Dugs and Bianca versus Keith52, who's subbing in for Tundar, Demoncheg and Marcus. So, Babbo, Dugs, Bianca versus Keith, Demoncheg and Marcus. Now, because Keith is a last-minute sub, we don't have a player card for you, Keith. So, sorry. But for everyone else in the game, I can do an impromptu 52 player card, perhaps. But for everyone else in the game, we have got Babbo, who we've just seen, and I mean literally just seen, with a longest game length of 2 hours and 46 minutes. His average game length is only 22 minutes long, well, that last game went well over that average. Total game time of 2 months, 3 days, 23 hours, 32 minutes, and 49 seconds of recent match history. We can say 15 wins and 5 losses after that 1-1 victory. His favourite map is the beginning's Pressure Point, with 63 ally betrayals, 40,000 shamans killed, and 604,000 population slaughtered. Allied to Babbo, we've got Dugs. Dugs is currently clanless, I believe, but Dugs' longest game is 1 hour and 29 minutes and 20 seconds, with an average game length of 22 minutes. Total game time of 1 month, 4 days, 7 hours, 52 minutes and 30 seconds. A recent match history of 11 wins and 9 losses. Dugs' favourite map is either the 6 or 8 player version of 4 Walls from the Tundras. He's got 4 ally betrayals, almost 21,000 shamans killed, and 243,000 total population killed. Allied to Babbo and Dugs, and that's right, for those of you who really haven't been with the game for very long, we can do 6 and 8 player games now. Isn't that cool? But allied to Dugs, first person on this 3-person team, it is Bianca. We saw her earlier today. Her longest game is 2 hours 14 minutes long. She's got an average game length of 22 minutes and 43 seconds, a total game time of 7 months, 16 days, 22 hours, 58 minutes and 20 seconds. Recent match history of, I guess we should say, 5 wins and 15 losses. Her favourite map is New Brimnir Palace. She's betrayed her allies 114 times. She's killed 138,000 shamans and killed 1.6 million population. Those are the players from the Kushals today. Now let's go on over to the other team. Look at this guy. We're not going to be reading this out because he's not actually here. So, in place of Tundar from Clan Overpowered, we've got Clan Asgard's Keith52. Keith52's got a longest game of 6 hours, 25 minutes and 31 seconds. He's got an average game length of 23 minutes and 37 seconds. He's played a total of 1 month, 25 days, 16 hours, 47 minutes, and 54 seconds. Keith has betrayed his allies 31 times. He has assassinated 34,000 shamans, and he has killed 543,000 population. And Keith 52's favourite map is The Beginning's Pressure Point with 2,048 games. Allied to Keith 52, it is Demon Chegg, who we saw yesterday on New Brimnir Palace. 6 games, an hour and 5 minutes long. Their average game length is 22 minutes, and their total game time is 21 days, 3 hours, 30 minutes, and 57 seconds. Recent match history for Demon Chegg should be 7 wins and 13 losses after that CES game. Favourite map is the 6 or 8 player version of Four Walls. Demon Chegg has betrayed their allies 6 times, killed 12,000 shamans, and slaughtered 158,000 population. Rounding out this team, someone else we've seen today, it is Marcus of the Synthetic Immortals. Marcus's longest game was 4 hours 42 minutes long. His average game length 23 minutes long. Total game time of 1 month, 12 days, 6 hours, 47 minutes and 15 seconds. His recent match history, 8 wins and 12 losses. Well, I guess we should say 9 wins and 11 losses, because he just won on Four Walls earlier today. His favourite map is Face Off from the beginning map pack. His ally betrayals are 72. He's killed 24,000 shamans and 360,000 population. So those are our players today. Very exciting. I forgot a commentary scene, so I'm going to go up here. Look, I'm back. You fed up of seeing me yet? I'm fed up of seeing me. We're going to host up this game and get into our final game of the day. Day 2. I've got to make this many slots, and then I've got to set the password. Set the password. So... Oh good, I've lost the ability to type in chat. Can someone tell Team Ice that they can pick what colour they are? Because once again, the matchmaker has just stolen my ability to type in chat. Thank you. I'm going to go looking for this map pack. I think it's in Tundra's 3. It's not in Tundra's 3, it's in Tundra's Great Crossing, I think. Yes, there it is. That's blue, red, cyan. So in this case, it would be blue, red. It would be black, red, and cyan. Black, red, and cyan are the colours you want, Marcus. Means vacate red, Dugs. Just waiting for the players to get in their correct slot. Cyan. I can't type in chat. They're asking me questions. I can't type in chat. Cyan. Just sorting out the positions, because obviously I take the blue spot because I host the games. There's always a rotation that goes on, and sometimes for the maps that get hosted a lot, that's a little bit easier to understand than some of these other ones. I can't ask the teams if they're happy. Hold on. Matchmaker, Discord chat, save me. Okay, both teams are happy with their assignments, so we're going to launch ourselves into the beauty. Watch me illuminate in orange once again. That file's different for Key 52. Preemptive. The revert conspiracy theory. Denying me my eye! Excellent. I'm with you, Keith. Update your MMs. When I get my mods back. Right, it'll be the first thing I do. Once we play the last game tomorrow, first thing I do is type update again. Right. Okay, this time. Radiant orange glow. Isn't it glorious? So. Assembling. What's clicking in. Ready to have the time of their lives. On this. This is the only, I would say 1.5 specific map in that it's 6 players. Okay. Looks like our players are ready. I'll see you in Crossfields, everyone. Now I'll see you in Crossfields, everyone. I pushed the button. Hi everyone! We're back! And we're in Populous at the beginning! Isn't this good fun? Yeah. So. We are back with Populous at the beginning, and I am thrilled, I want to say. Thrilled to be back. This is our third game of the second day of this weekend tournament, the Summer Team Draft, and this is our only 3 versus 3. Our only beta-specific game. So let's get underway with it. Ooh, I like this choice. Team harvesting going on here. There's a little bit of practice and shenanigans going on. But let's introduce our teams before it gets really underway. Yellow Tribe, Yellow Base. It is Clan Overpowered's Babbo. Allied to him. Currently clanless. Purple Tribe, Purple Base. It is Duds. Allied to the both of them. Green Tribe, Green Base. It is Gods of Destruction, Bianca. That's Team 1. So we've already got an aggressive push here from one of our players, denying a tower on the front line. Red Tribe, red base. It is Clan Asgard's Keith 52. Star of the Friday free-for-all. In these colours as well, no less. Cyan Tribe. Cyan base. It is the Synthetic Immortals. Demon Chegg. And then lastly, Black Tribe. Blue base. It is Marcus of the Synthetic Immortals. I will reshare my usual super cool fact about the Black Tribe, even though it's not that cool because it's the same thing I say over and over again. It's less and less interesting. This tribe is not actually black. They are actually a very, very dark green. If you look at them, you have to really squint. But yeah, they're not actually black. They're a very, very, very dark green. And Marcus pressuring Babbo Shaman. The early blasts are traded. Bianca misses her blast though. Babbo's still alive. I think everyone's still alive, but Babbo's feeling low. Bianca's in a dangerous spot, but she gets the blast onto Marcus, but Marcus gets a perfect blast trick, keeping herself alive there. Himself. That's not even Marcus, that's Keith 52. I completely missed that play by... Oh my god, Keith 52. So Keith survived all of that, then just died to a tower. Babbo comes forward to challenge Marcus, and Marcus gets the better of Babbo. 1 versus 1. Marcus says, sit the fuck down. Ghost Army coming out for Doug's here, trying to get those pushes onto the Shamans. I do so hate this strategy, but it works. Or not. Doug straight into the water. Marcus seeing stars. Demon Chegg on his way to the center now as well. So all tribes connected. Interesting connection for Doug's. More aggressive, faster reinforced point. Meaning if their team are winning, his Shaman can be more impactful with how quickly she can reinforce to the front versus this. However, this is safer and far more utility focused. Because this, with a couple of extra land bridges, this is just effectively expanding. So we're just watching these bases get built. Quite enthusiastic towers from Purple, which makes sense. With this aggressive land bridge, you are very vulnerable. You've basically created a highway into your base. So it's not the strongest start for Team Kushals. They've lost most of their Shaman duels. I think their only Shaman kill was on Keith, who walked into a tower. Bianca moving forward, gets a blast onto Keith, but the blast tricking is good. Keith brought his A game, but Bianca throws down an Earthquake. Oh, one Shaman goes down to the water created by Bianca's Earthquake. Doug's is on the front line. Marcus in danger now because he's in range of the towers, but he gets a kill on Doug's as well. Perfectly played. 1 for 1. Now it's Babbo versus Demon Chegg in the 1 versus 1 department. Doesn't think Babbo's going to do anything with this. I think he's just going to try to solidify the position. Try to build a tower or two. And just see what happens. Like a date. Just take your time. Lay the groundwork. I don't know. I am too many glasses of wine in. Tornado onto Babbo's tower. All that patience was for nothing. She said, I'd rather we were just friends. The Shaman dance resumes. Demon Chegg versus Babbo. Babbo's walking in. Demon Chegg wasn't watching, so Babbo just throws down an Earthquake for free. Probably could have attacked the Shaman as well. Demon Chegg currently burning down. Almost dead to the lava there. Nice blast from Babbo there. Going to get a great kill on to Marcus there. Demon Chegg throws out the blast. Doesn't quite find the mark. Ghost Army coming out for Bianca. As Babbo dances backwards and forwards. He's trying to bait these shamans into throwing out their blasts, wasting a little bit of mana. But, the bait only works so long as you don't die. Babbo gets caught and killed. He'll be worse off for it. Doug's has begun the expansions, which is typically what you would expect to see. We would want to see Demon Check doing the same thing as well. Earthquake for Babbo on the front line. Bianca's being very aggressive, pushing forwards. As Keith52's in danger, Bianca's still alive! Nope, the extra Fire Warrior shots are going to finish her off, but she gets the Earthquake off as well. That's going to be annoying because now this tower is basically out of action. Lambridge comes out for Marcus. Just filling in that puddle, making it a little less precarious. Enough shamans have died via water. Invest in some armbands, or just remove the water entirely. But this is a little bit of a Keith52 special that his defense can be quite light. So I'm not surprised that that's the direction he's attacking in. Excellent lightning from Marcus there, going to get Babbo rolling into the water. Good kill, and now it's going to be up to Hybrid Theory to push aggressively here and dislodge this position. Although they might not be feeling it. Demon Check with the expansion for his allies. Nice lightning from Dugs. Gets one kill. Doug's still alive. He throws out the blast onto Keith52. Fantastic. I think they thought they had that. Doug's holding his own there, saying, "Back the fuck up." These towers, very annoying. Oh, Babbo with the smack talk. Don't you start. The towers are very oppressive. It's why you typically, when they get up, you'll see players earthquake this hill just to get rid of it, because they control so much territory. Doug has withdrawn. Looks like he's going to make more land. There you go. This is what we're talking about. Earthquake from Marcus on the hill. And there you go. The hill's less of a problem now. Just like that. Problem solved. Earthquake comes... Lightning comes out for Keith52 following that earthquake, and it gets the kill onto Babbo. Follow-up lightning from Marcus doesn't kill Bianca. Bianca's at a 1 versus 3, however. She's dancing around. She gets the kill onto Demon Cheg. It's now a 1 versus 2. Can she get any more before she goes down as Keith52 uses the Ghost Army and Bianca stood still? No, Bianca goes down as well. Now Keith52 and Marcus get to push. Those Fire Warriors are going to claim the high ground. They're not quite as annoying as the towers, but they are still annoying. Fire Warriors in these front huts. Good choice. Earthquake from Keith52. See what it does. Oh, lovely earthquake. 3 huts and a tower. All this water. You can't ask for better than that. Blasts traded there. Keith52 going down to Doug's there. More because Keith52 tried to change direction with his shaman. Remember, the shaman walks, flies in the direction she was walking when she's blasted. So that little direction change made Keith fly into the water. Excellent lightning from Marcus there. Just going to pick up the kill onto Doug's as Bianca fills in the puddle. Got even more expanding coming in from Demon Cheg. You'll see quite a lot of this on crossfields. It tends to be the middle player's role or responsibility to fill in the gaps, as it were. Pushers need to be careful. Demon Cheg's Lambridges, I think he's cast more, but they've also just been better in terms of giving land. So they do need to be careful that they don't get outgrown. So once you get outgrown, you're then in a Firestorm spammy game, and with 6 Shamans in the game, it's very difficult to play against. So Marcus died, then Bianca died. It's now a 1 versus 2 for Babbo. As Dugs appears to be making more land. Yep, just making land and going over to Bianca now. Important that he does so. Again, staying on top of those expansions for your allies, very important. These troops just getting bullied. This is brave. Key 52 walks in a straight line, dodges the first click. That's Cecil one. He is going to kill him. That's a 2 versus 1 in favour of Team Kushals as Marcus is slowly returning to the front. Excellent light from Babbo as well. Gets the kill onto Demoncheg. It's now a 1 versus 2 in the opposite direction. Let's have a little look at what Marcus is going to do to try and hold on this onslaught. He gets 1. Beautiful lightning from Marcus there, going to take out Dugs. But he stood still and Babbo returns with a lightning of his own. Excellent. Strong, aggressive push here. Babbo comes in with a firestorm. There are fire warriors in these towers, and they won't be emptied out by the firestorm, so Babbo still needs to be careful. Babbo's going to be impatient. He's going to go for the death. Oh no, the fire warrior did get shaken out of here, or swarmed out, or something. Perhaps died to the proxy damage of the firestorm. Good damage for Babbo there. If you're cheering for Team Kushals, that is exactly what you wanted to see. Big hit onto Marcus. Saw a Shaman die there. I don't know which Shaman died. I think Keith 52's died in a duel with Babbo there. Babbo's on an absolute tear at the moment. Lightning from Marcus does get the kill though. But Babbo, 4 Shaman kill attack there. He got Keith 52. Then he got Demoncheg. Then he got Marcus. Then he got Keith 52 again. Players are doing their utmost. Marcus gets a good light onto Dugs. And then another one onto Bianca. That's a double kill for Marcus. Very well played there. You've got, like, I told you in the previous game, you've got to watch these TSI players. They are lethal with their lightnings. Absolutely lethal. Lightning for Babbo. Doesn't get the kill onto Key 52. Follow-up Earthquake on the front line. Oh, and a Revenge Blast from Babbo as well. Does he get anything for it? No, Key 52 still alive. Demoncheg still alive as well. Unbelievably well played. 4 Hybrid Theory there. Keeping themselves well and truly in the game. Oh no, Keith dies to a Fire Warrior. Hey, it's a tournament. Behave yourself, Babbo. Lightning comes out for Marcus and Demoncheg. They're all working on killing this Ghost Shaman. That was 3 lightnings that Ghost Shaman just baited out. Incredibly efficient use of mana there. Double Earthquake from Marcus. Just going to ruin this defense. And annoyingly, it's created these sort of puddles where a side door here could be very effective. Fire Warriors are in danger as they just click forward onto a Shaman. A kill for Marcus. He's making full use of it. Oh, Demoncheg short hop into the water. And Babbo saving Dugs with the land bridge. Oh, we're getting all the good plays today. Babbo fills in the puddle so that doesn't happen again. Keith 52 throws out a lightning. Babbo and Dugs answer back. Keith gets the tornado. Where does Babbo go? He's still alive though. He's going to kill a warrior on landing. He throws out lightning to try and deal with Marcus, but Marcus has got hot feet. Oh, but the tornado picks Babbo up again, and this time Babbo's swimming. Douglas is doing his best to just try and kill troops, which is important that he does that. Even with Shaman's dead, these troops can be a bit of a menace. Marcus is coming forward, though. He's got to watch that. Marcus is on an absolute tear right now. Bianca gets a good lightning, though. She's had enough of him. She says, go back to your core and cool the fuck down. The earthquake coming out here for Bianca. Gonna hopefully do a little bit of damage. I'd have liked it if it sunk this tower as well. Damage is good. Demon Check, they've opted for the strategy. It's my least favourite strategy in Populous, but all is fair in Love and War. And it's my own fault as well that they've done this. When the population is unlimited, very, very viable strategy. It was popularized by the likes of Fistung. Fistung, T-Rod, those sorts of players like to do it. And it's just expand and build and expand and build. And eventually you'll have like 300 population. You can just cast firestorms like they're blooming lightnings. It's ridiculous. It is an effective way to play. And all is fair in the tournament. So although I have a personal dislike to the playstyle, it's a good one. And actually, I slate them. I slate them for it, and I think Team Kushals are just going to copy them, which is correct. The response to your opponents just expanding is also to just expand. You play a bit of a building game at that point. It's just like who can build more, who's built more efficiently, who's taken less damage, because we can cast more firestorms. Oh, Keith 52's built the Great Wall of Mibble. Don't know when he did this. Missed this. Look, he's given himself a land bridge up to here, and then a land bridge across from here. He's built the Great Wall of Mibble. So what you will see is a valid response to this, although it's a little bit difficult at the moment. Oh, and he's... This I don't like. This I don't like, because this is basically a highway into your base now. If you die, you've just made it super easy for the enemy to go in. I was with Keith 52 until this happened. This less so. Lightning from Bianca going to kill Demon Chegg there. As Babbo's doing exactly what I was about to say. So what do you do in that position? What I would do, granted as a slightly worse player, is I would over here. Keith wants to sit on this wall. He can sit on this wall. I'd come around here. We just saw Marcus pick up another kill. He just killed Bianca. I'd come around here and just start attacking this way. It forces Keith off the hill. Keith can sit on his wall all he wants, so long as his ally is dead. Marcus goes down. But he does take Doug's with him. And if I was Team Kushals, that's a great place to be attacking, because I've got to be honest, Marcus is doing the heavy lifting. In terms of Shaman kills, it's almost every single time I've said Great Light, it's because Marcus has cast it. So I feel like encouraging the enemy team to attack Marcus is risky. Nice shot from Babbo there. Gets the kill onto Keith 52. Keith's Revenge Light does not do anything. Babbo's left to tackle the Great Wall of Mibble, and he's just going to firestorm some troops. And then die in a puddle. Has there ever been a more Babbo attack? Not likely. Absolutely embarrassing that that player was considered Nice's number 2 at points. Happens all the time. All the time. We've got an attack from Bianca here. She's going to Earthquake onto the high ground. Lightnings from Marcus does get the kill as he's being harassed by a Ghost Shaman. Very silly. Bianca's Earthquake does damage the Great Wall of Mibble, but I feel like Keith's just going to cast another Land Bridge and repair it. And Land Bridge is cheaper than Earthquake. Earthquake from Marcus on the front line. Babbo's trying to save the land at the very least. Oh, the lava though. The lava extending all the way down to him. Very impressive there. Oh, another Great Light. I didn't see who cast it. It looks like it was Marcus. Great light from Marcus to just knock Babbo into the water. Now Bianca's dead. Babbo's dead. And Doug's is dead. It's a triple shaman attack. Firestorm comes out from Keith, 52. Additional lightning's being used to clear out the towers. Babbo has respawned, so it's important that Keith uses his spells now if he's going to. Nice lightning from Babbo there. Going to get the kill onto Keith, 52. Only one earthquake out from Keith. The Firestorm, so it's not the end of the world. It is a little bit annoying. You never really want to be taking damage, ever, but... it's a good start for Hybrid Theory in reclaiming the center. Look at this. Look at all this covered in their troops now. So many, you'll likely see a Firestorm cast to clear it. Double lightning doesn't get the kill onto Bianca there. Doug's comes right forward and doesn't get killed. Okay. Just a lot of troop pressure as Bianca walks forward, says fuck this shit, and casts a Firestorm. Blasts from Babbo, not finding the mark onto Demon Chegg. Demon Chegg actually still alive. Yes, great blast. Demon Chegg's on a bit of a tear, but he does eventually die. Unfortunate there. I think, did Marcus die as well? Marcus either died or went into a hut. Okay, Keith 52. He's in his tower. Throws out a long-range lightning, and this is why I said this attack path is very tempting. Keith is just going to sit on the Great Wall of Mibble forever and have a great time doing so. Oh no, Keith has come out. One of the important things to remember when you're playing Populous is what you're seeing here. And it's one of the things that players who aren't the best at the game or are still learning to develop themselves. Nice lightning duel here. Marcus just getting an easy double kill. That was like he was against AI shamans. He was just like, here's a light and a kill. Here's a light and a kill. Marcus making it look so goddamn easy. I'll return to that point in a second because now we've got pressure from Hybrid Theory looking to put the chokehold on the Pushers. Nice Firestorm from Keith 52. It doesn't get much done in terms of damage, but look at... oh no, Babbo's running back into the Firestorm. He's been listening to Loot Hill, who says, oh, I just like to run into Firestorms. And now he's just taking a bunch of damage for effectively nothing. The problem is... oh, what a lightning! But it's too little, too late. He gets the Firestorm off. He kills all of that population. He might even damage the Fire Warrior training hut as well. It's looking good. Those two huts go down. Oh, does the Fire Warrior training hut survive? I don't think it does. No, damaged Fire Warrior hut. Unfortunate. Really putting the hurt on Babbo now. I think Babbo's immediately placed a second Fire Warrior hut. A little bit of high ground dancing, but the problem is when you're defending this far back, you're not in a good position. Because the enemy has full control of the center, they can push their defense forward, they can control the space. And it's okay, because it means that by the time you get to attack, you're using your spells like here, or here, because you've let the enemy establish themselves. Demon Check goes down here. Large amount of warriors from Key 52. Really putting the pressure on. I promise I will return to that earlier point. Haven't forgotten it quite yet. Nice light from Keith. Going to clear up a couple of Babbo's warriors there, just making it harder for Babbo to deal with the troops well. There's so many of them. They're all just pouring in. Babbo's made his front really wide, and that's a great idea until you can't defend it. what a firestorm. That lightning kills Keith, but not before he unleashes yet another firestorm. I hope you like raining fire. Makes you wonder why anyone would move into these houses. Rains fire. We'll see what the Kushals can do, because they have to do something. They're under so much pressure. Look, troops are just being clicked on the shamans right outside their front base. Doug's is... I don't know what Doug's was doing. Just standing there waiting patiently to fist fight Fire Warrior. Is Fire Warrior going to win? Demon Check goes down to a light. Fire Warrior won. Unbelievable. Firestorm from Marcus. This is what I was talking about. We're at Firestorm spam territory now. Babbo and Keith just missing lights. Just kidding. Only Babbo's missing lights. Keith is going to get another beautiful kill. Demon Check trooping in now. So while we're waiting... No, I think Keith's about to do something really cool. Marcus going to be pushing forward. Bianca just respawned now. Oh, I think she's going for the back... Yep, backdoor from Bianca here. Keith hasn't reacted yet. Keith hasn't reacted yet. But Bianca's retreating. So it's Demon Chegg and Marcus now left to deal with the front. Lots of troops going into Bianca's base and nothing to stop them either, because Bianca's Shaman is at Keith 52's base. She's going to throw down a Firestorm, but it's a little bit too close. It's going to catch all of her warriors. She gets the kill onto Demon Chegg. That's huge, but Demon Chegg answers back with a kill of his own, and all of her own warriors have walked into the Firestorm. You've got to be so careful about how you place your spells. It's not just enough to use them. When you're backdooring and things like that, you've got to be mindful. They do take less damage, and they will scatter when they're Firestormed, but sometimes that's not what you want. Double Earthquake from Marcus onto Bianca's base is going to hurt. Babbo's just doing what he can to try and stay alive. He's going for the long side door onto Keith 52. They're going to put everything they can into killing Keith right now. It's entirely up to the Clan Asgard substitute to try and save the game by enduring this assault. Babbo's a little bit close to the Great Wall of Mibble. You've got to be careful. There it is. Beautiful light from Keith 52. Bianca saved most of the warriors. Okay, it's a good opportunity for her because she could just get a Shaman kill and go in again. All resources are going to be spent. Is this the real Shaman? Is this the real Marcus? That is the real Marcus. He's just chilling. He's just like, do you know what? I quite like the weather here. It doesn't take part anywhere near as much. Doug's with a nice dodge, but a terrible lightning to follow up. Another lightning doesn't get the kill either. Gotta hit these lights. Gotta hit the blasts. Hit Ace Bow. Excellent. I think he gets it. He does get the better of Marcus there. Eventually. But look at all these warriors. And Demon Chegg coming into Bianca's base from the back door as well. Bianca gets the kill, though. Super important that Bianca picked up that kill. I think she died as well. No, she's still alive, so she can deal with all these warriors as well. Her own warriors can come in and help out. She's got to not die. It's a very important thing that she's got to do right now. As Babbo pressures the front. Keith 52 on his little hill. Doug's going to get an Earthquake onto Marcus's defense. Didn't need to light those because they were. You could have just walked a little bit closer and blasted them, but still. Keith going to sit on his wall. Oh no, I think he's come off. Hard to say where Keith is. I think he has come off his wall and died. Other firestorm used by Bianca. Keith's under a lot of pressure right now. It looks like Babo's going to get in as well. So they are trying to remove a player. That's their strategy. They're just saying, we're going to kill Keith. If we can just kill Keith, we can recover. Demon Chegg running around at the back of the base. Earthquake from Babo. Going to do a good amount of damage there, but he has died. Well, Babo's saying GG already. I think Bianca took too much damage. Bianca was out of the game before. I think Bianca took too much damage before they could attack Keith 52. Has surrendered, so that is going to be the end of the game. They're not going to play it out. They're not going to try to recover. Demon Chegg says GG. Doug says GG. Doug surrenders. Double earthquake for Bianca as well. I don't really know why Babo's calling that a bad game. When someone makes this wall, you just have to play around it. You can call it lame all you want. It's a tournament, and it's a way to play. It has flaws. We saw it starting to happen with this backdoor here, but the problem is they did the backdoor and gave up this. They gave up Bianca's entire base to do the backdoor, and that was just not the play. They could have tried alongside into Marcus from here. Babo could have not made this part of his front 7 meters wide and just keep letting Q52 in. Babo could have made this a little bit further down. So instead of coming in here, which was in range of these towers up here, Babo could have come down here and then in here, away from the tower, which is also where the Fire Warrior training hut was. So I think there was lots he could have done. I'm not entirely sure why he was calling it the bad game. Personally, the Wildmen win every game, says chat, and I think you're right there. You're going to see a timer on this next screen because I duplicated it from the other screens, but have no fear, we can ignore the timer together, you and I. Oh, no, there isn't a timer. I'm smart. I'm smarter than I gave myself credit for. So, this is our end of day 2 layout, and as you can tell by the fact that I have not awkwardly shuffled any W's around, you can tell that I'm still so far 100% on my predictions. I don't want to be. I really wanted Ice to win that rivalry game, I've got to be honest. He played that so well. But and I really wanted for Kundal and Svarog to win New Brunir. After that aggressive start, I really just was like, I wish they deserved it. They should have been giving it to them. But at the end of the day, Hybrid Theory coming in with 3 wins. The Kushals with only 2. So far, we have a favourite team. We have winners. We have people ahead. And we will see if that remains the same when we go into by the end of day 3. When we go into day 3, well, it's absolutely the same because there's no games to make it change. But by the end of day 3, we will see who our ultimate victor is. But for now, I've been Lovenji. This has been the Team Summer Draft Tournament. Thank you to everyone in chat and everyone who stopped by to have a little view. I hope you're enjoying it, and I hope you've had a good time. I shall speak to you soon. Bye for now.
when I was young and lost. You showed up and had my doors unlocked. Like threads, petals unfold. A red kawa anadeshiko. You have shown me that I am still capable